A lot of her inspiration comes from Italian mercenaries. You can see that Landsknecht influence.
Greetings, this is Luscarian, and I've been a practitioner of historical European martial arts for the better part of the past 4 years. I've also sunk an ungodly amount of time into For Honor, and it's what got me into HEMA in the first place. Starting with the weapon choice, of course, my first choice for a Landsknecht hero would have been the Zweihänder, but Warmonger already has her long greatsword. I do know that the rapier has been highly requested, and it's not egregiously anachronistic for the time period. One thing I do have to point out, however, is that they used an Olympic saber for the mocap, which has led to minuscule inaccuracies in both design and technique.
Our team at mocap, we have people that do real fencing.
Leaving the obvious weight and balance discrepancies aside, the lack of a finger ring has led to her hammer gripping a rapier, which also has an elongated hilt to compensate. Not saying it wasn't done, but still. Moreover, some of her guard designs are basically just saber guards.
Because she's inspired a little bit with Italian school and Spanish school, but
I've been able to find that her moveset draws inspiration from a wide range of sources, not limited to early Italian/German rapier or sidesword, later Italian rapier, Spanish rapier, and classical foil of all things. However, the Spanish tradition, or La Verdadera Destreza, is the least influential because one of its core principles not being implemented in the game, that being the geometric advantage of the Guardia di Angulo Recto, or the fact that your opponent will get impaled if they walk into your extended points. It does show up in your right guard while you're moving and when disengaging and retreating, despite bind mechanics also not being implemented. Her basic guards find their basis in both Bolognese sidesword and later Italian rapier, but the later system found in sources such as Fabrice or Capoferro makes more intuitive sense. From the draw, the first guard you assume is prima. This number also refers to a 90-degree interval for the rotation of the sword, as seen in the transitions to the second and fourth guards of seconda and quarta, which respectively protect your outside and inside lines. The third guard, terza, is unique in that it offers little protection from both lines and therefore invites an attack, while also setting up a quick thrust. This is represented well in the dual posture. For the guard posture, we should go back to Bolognese sidesword. Marozzo's coda lunga e distesa looks the most familiar and also sets up wide sweeping cuts and parries. The swarm posture is the most visually interesting and finds its origin in a depiction of a grapple in the sidesword section of Joachim Meyer, a German master largely influenced by the Bolognese tradition. While this isn't the best guard to wait in, it finds its use closer up, where the hidden arm makes it more difficult for the opponent to grapple with. Her basic cuts are also in line with the Italian sidesword and rapier traditions, although a comparison can be drawn to Meyer as well. Her top light is a dritto fendente or Oberhau, her right light a dritto squalembrato or Oberhau Schlims, commonly known as the Zornhau, and her left light a Roverso Tondo, which would be a Mittelhau. Her heavies are similar, although much more exaggerated to open up the possibility of a feint. The thrusts found in her dual and swarm postures have no particular name except the guard position you end in, respectively a thrust in prima, seconda, and quarta. These thrusts also end in a position that safely lock out the opponent's weapon, and they should have given her crushing counters on all of them. There are two particular thrusts of hers that are named, however. For one, the Passata Sotto, or Night Passage, is reflected well in her body voids and stance. Yet the other, the Inquartata, or in the fourth guard, is neither a dodge or a crushing counter like it is actually used. It does have the pin and the camera work, so I'll give it a pass.